Jesse, the LA Clippers are doing a thing, right? They have a new arena. We know that we still don't know what's happening with the Diamondbacks arena as far as Chase Field goes. We do know that there's some renovations that are going on. And when it comes to this news coming out of the LA Clippers new arena, I'm kind of excited about a couple of things, right? They have the rules that they have released for a section of their arena called The Wall. Jesse, The Wall. The Wall is the Intuit Dome's new section of 51 uninterrupted rows of fans. Holy shit, that's a lot of fans in a row, right? And the rules for this section are very strict. You cannot cheer for the opposing team. You cannot wear the opponent's gear. And tickets can only be resold in the Clippers marketplace. Let's take a look at the hype video for this ridiculous thing that the Clippers are doing.
I don't have that yet. I'll grab it right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you didn't have it. All right. Well,
don't apologize. That's on me.
We'll get it to you, but it's very aggressive. Very aggressive. Jesse likes the promo. He thinks it's very cool.
I think they did a pretty good job. I don't think of the LA Clippers as being a team that has like this crazy loyal fan base.
True.
They've always felt like the little brother to the Lakers. In my view,
could be a big reason why they're doing this, to separate themselves and not be in the same building.
I think it's a great idea. Yeah, I mean, whoever thought it was cool for the Clippers to just share a space with the Lakers for however long that's been happening, a very long time. That's going to make it really hard for you to really build up your own brand, and it seems like they're really doing that with this new crazy thing called The Wall.
Elizabeth in the chat says that sounds like supporters section in soccer. Yes, it very much does sound like that. But let's remind everyone of one thing. Ken Kendrick tried to do this, didn't he? You all remember when Ken Kendrick tried to do it. He tried to make that home plate suite behind home plate there where you can see the people on TV. He tried to make it a thing where if you sat there, you had to wear Diamondbacks gear. And what did you guys do? Oh, he's the villain because he's buying people free clothes and making them wear them. I'm sorry. Rules are rules. If you're going to sit in that suite, you got to root for the Diamondbacks. And I approve, and it's because of people saying that we have the versus dog. Probably, I don't know. We moved in the other direction. Instead of telling them they had to root for the team, we started making hot dogs based on their regional tastes, and
I want them to feel comfortable.
We overcorrected. I don't want that. I want opposing fans to feel uncomfortable. I don't want them to want to come to our games. I want them to feel like they're outnumbered. I want them to feel like they're unwelcome. And I know I am being a hypocrite right now because I've often said with the Diamondbacks fan base and how empty that building is at times, we need to welcome anybody that's willing to come in and pay their money for a ticket and spend some money on concessions. However, I like this idea a lot, Jesse. And I think we're going to get a wall maybe installed at Chase Field, and we're going to come up with our own rules for the wall, right? First, I still like the idea of the home plate suite being also privy to these rules, but we have decided that the actual wall section of Chase Field has to be left field.
Yeah, that's where Lourdes is, man.
That's where Lourdes is.
Enough said, right?
You have close access to Alec. There's lots of things there. But of course, we established some rules on Twitter. The first being you're never allowed to wear Dodger blue ever. You must know all of the lyrics to A Milli by Lil Wayne, which Jesse is working on. You're also required to dye your hair purple, which we are willing to go. We're make some like at least like a little asterisk to that rule. Like if you are willing to wear a purple wig, we won't make you dye your hair purple.
It is either you must dye your hair purple or you must be wearing the purple hair wig.
Right, but
we will have the hair wigs available on site.
That's true. Yeah, we won't be making you do anything like dye your hair because, as I've told you in the past, it almost ruined me. But
we will have a few people available on site though to dye your hair purple.
Yeah, we'll have some hair dyeing stations. And of course, I know everybody want my beard teal. That'll probably happen. But a couple of other new rules, Jesse. I think you had a new rule for the wall.
Yeah, I think that gloves should not be allowed.
No gloves of any kind.
Because if you're sitting in the outfield at a game, like that's not the way you do it, right? You got to catch it. You got to catch it barehanded if a home run ball finds your its way to you. Or you can be like that one amazing kid in the first row in left field who just snatched a home run ball. Well, it wasn't actually a home run as things turned out, but who just snatched the ball out of Spencer Steer's hands in really incredible fashion.
That was so insane looking back on it.
It was one of the best catches of the year.
Wild.
He owned Spencer Steer.
Yeah. Speaking of kids, Jesse,
King Snake.
Kids only in the front row?
Yeah, I think I'd be down for that.
Only kids in the front row.
Just setting it up so that kids can have, any altercations between opposing teams' left fielders that happen with fans happen with children, because the history there is quite good from the Diamondbacks standpoint. Yep. So it feels like that's the way to go. Fans
in this section will pay double for concessions.
Okay, why?
Well, I'm not talking about like our fans. I'm saying opposing fans that try to sit in this section.
Oh, okay.
All right, because we just made the rule about Dodger blue, but of course we know other fan bases show up. So if you are opposing fan, it's fine. You'll pay double.
Oh, so you are allowing Dodgers fans to wear Dodger blue?
I am not allowing them to wear Dodger blue ever. No, you're never allowed. As a matter of fact, no Dodger blue. Like, I can't emphasize that enough. It's not a Dodger fan thing. No Dodger blue is allowed. You can't be an Arizona Diamondbacks fan and perhaps come with like a jacket that's just like you have a jacket that's close to Dodger blue. That jacket would not be allowed in the stadium. That's where we're going.
I don't have a jacket close to Dodger blue.
I'm pretty sure you do. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. I don't know. Yeah, you're designing on this.
I honestly kind of wish I did. I think it's a good color, but
also we're getting everybody the Taylor Swift wristbands thing so that we can make the crowd area say stuff like beat LA and screw the Dodgers and stuff like that.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll also play Taylor Swift music in that section, much to his begrudge.
I feel like the wall concept, I don't know if it works quite as well in a baseball stadium because Chase Field is just huge. And sometimes there are like little factions of fans that will develop.
Yep.
But if you're not immediately around them, you often can't really even hear what they're saying. True. Or like you can't really tell what's happening. So this idea is better tailored to a more intimate environment like an NBA arena. But nonetheless, I guess we just maybe have to make it bigger. Maybe it's everyone in the outfield. Maybe we include the right field folks as well.
Yeah, like there's got to be something going on. There's something about the 51 uninterrupted rows of fans too, right? Like that means that particular section doesn't have like a break for like the concourse and stuff like that, right? It's just straight up. So we just make this extend right up to like cold beers and cheeseburgers and just have it.
I guess. I mean, there's not. I don't know how many rows there are there, but I don't think
there's not 51.
There's not 51 rows.
We're gonna have to do some construction.
It would be
in the building.
Some major construction in order to make that happen. But we do have the video now. We have the promo that the Clippers made.
This is a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of a fun idea. Let's check it out.
Absurd.
It's so good.
It's absurd.
It's such a good idea.
It doesn't look like a real thing. It looks like it's from some sort of post-apocalyptic movie is what it looks like, right?
That's fair.
It doesn't look like a real thing. And like I think the like again, I'm right now in all my ASU stuff. Can we maybe get the curtain of distraction out there?
Yeah, there you go.
In left field. I mean, I feel like that's the only thing we can do to combat the wall because that's a lot. That's a lot. And yeah, Gabe's right. How did they find that many Clippers fans? There's no way that 75%
they had to
of that
create them with CGI.
That's an AI audience. That's definitely an AI audience. Oh man. I mean, what are most of them are just Lakers fans that didn't have a game that night, right? Isn't that the way that works? Are they going to travel to this new arena?
Elise makes a good point. The angle of the seats at the top looks so high up. I would be shaky walking down from the top. Yeah. No. The level of steepness that they're reaching, like near the top of those stands, is a little bit uncomfortable.
I can't do that. I can't do it at Chase Field, and it's not nearly as steep as that
I mean, the upper deck seats at Chase Field are definitely steeper.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Diamondbacks would have to do some serious construction in left field in order to get the stands there to look anything like what the Clippers. It's like the stands they'd have to just go like straight up into the air, basically.
Imagine that. Imagine like a section that went uninterrupted from the outfield wall all the way up to section 305
to the rafters, to the rafters of the building. That's basically what this would be. I don't know if I see the Diamondbacks doing this, but hey, it's a fun idea.